right now it's been a year, a little over a year since I started YouTube. I started Christmas, literally Christmas Day of last year, so 2022. It's a little bit past a year now, and I'm going to tell you exactly the things that I've learned for doing this for a year. So first, I didn't start YouTube until like a year or two after I wanted to start YouTube. And that's because I had these fears that you are also having right now of like, what if I was literally afraid that my friends would find out, that my exes would find out, and they'd laugh at me, and like, so what? First of all, who gives a fuck? But also, whenever I was making like, I was in my head about that. I was like, oh my god, what if they find out? What if they see? What if I'm telling embarrassing stories on YouTube and they find it? Or what if I mention them or something? That'd be so cringy. That'd be so embarrassing. It does not matter, dude. First of all, it does not matter. Two, you cannot let fears like that stop you from starting this kind of thing, because you have to realize that the cost of trying, and even the cost of failing, is going to be less than the cost of never trying at all. I'd rather be Luke, the guy who tried and failed YouTube, than the guy who let his dream die. Because you were going to go throughout your life realizing that you had potential to do something, that you had drive and passion for something, and that you are waking up 10 years later in a sales job that you're not happy in because you didn't take the moves when you were younger and you had the time to make what you wanted to happen, to really give YouTube a shot, because regret is the silent killer of man. So living with regret throughout your life, you're going to see other people who are doing what you want to do, and you're going to be so envious, you're going to be so jealous, you're going to be upset with where you are in life now. And that's not a cool place to be in. That's literally going to suck. So the best thing that you can do is try it anyway. Act despite of your fear. Overcome these fears, because now I don't care. I don't care. My homies could be watching this. That's fine. My exes could be watching this. Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. It doesn't bother me, because I know that I am on my path, and whether this works out or not, I'm learning. I'm figuring this shit out. So regret is a silent killer of man. Don't let your regret make your life awful. So you have the chance to change now. So for however long you were waiting in the past, whether it's been a couple months, whether it's been years, it does no longer matters, because this was all leading up to you taking in this lesson, having enough experience to realize, I need to change now. And now you have the choice to make that change. Now that you realize this, you are able to make that change, and you are able to actually pursue what you want to pursue. The second huge thing that I learned from doing this for a year, is editing does not equal a better video. So even some of my most popular videos, especially my most popular one, I think I have 0 cuts, no edits at all. People don't watch, especially in this kind of niche. People do not watch your videos for the cool edits. They don't watch them because you are a good editor. They watch for you. So the best thing that you can do is make sure that you develop and are able to show your personality on camera, for one, and also develop your speaking, so that you're speaking without lots of ums and uhs and pauses, which I'm still not always the greatest at, as you can probably tell, but I'm getting better. I'm learning, I'm working on it. On top of that, you want to make sure that your message is good, that you actually have thought out what you want to say, because that's why people are coming here. They're coming here because they want genuine value from your videos. You have to give them value, something that's not, you're always going to have to like be saying something that's been said before by someone else, because there's very little brand new thoughts, but you say it in your own way. You make sure that the information is synthesized by you in a way that makes sense to you, in a way that's easy for people to understand. And you convey it in the way that you convey it, with your personality. So that's huge. Another thing, along with this point, is having honest vulnerability. So like I've told you guys many things that are very embarrassing to me. I've told you embarrassing things. I've told you illegal things. I've literally told you really gross things also, all online for the internet for anyone to see. And it's because of that people have started to watch these videos, that this has started to gain a little bit of traction. My channel just hit 1K views. I don't know, man, that feels like a benchmark to me. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about that. But having this honest vulnerability means that people are going to actually connect with you and attach to you, because not a lot of people out there are saying that. You got these clean shirt motherfuckers who are like, yeah, I've never had an issue with like girls. I've never had an issue with like being addicted to like really shitty stuff. I've never had an issue with porn, with masturbation. I've never struggled with like these basic things that a lot of people are down bad with. Like, if you never also open up and show that you have struggled with these things too, people are never going to connect, because people don't cling on to a smooth surface of someone who's perfect. They cling on to the rough edges. So because I say fuck in my videos, I'm probably going to turn off a lot of people. I'm probably also going to get a lot of people who are like, okay, cool, this guy knows what's up. He's like me, because he's not afraid to show what he's honestly like in person, or show vulnerability. That's what's going to make people cling on. That's what's going to make people actually keep watching you. One of the biggest things that you can do to continue learning and to get traction is just having consistency. And this has been said 1,000 times, but I'm going to tell you that you have to pick something doable, because if you don't, from my personal experience, you are going to burn out, and it's going to be a lot worse. 1, for growth, 2, for also just learning how this works and keeping going. So picking a consistency that's right for you, ideally at least once a week, probably more, is what's going to help you gain the knowledge, because you're going to be making videos consistently. You're going to be able to think with every video, what's the one thing I can do to make this 1% better? On top of that, people are going to consistently see stuff from you. They're going to know that you're active. One of the reasons why I have made a lot less progress than I would have otherwise with this is because I took most of the year and just wasn't making anything. Like, I had one period from January to March that I was posting consistently, and now I have the month of December that I'm posting consistently. So because I was burnt out, because I didn't have time, because of all these different things that led me to not making videos, I was not making any progress or getting better, or like visible progress, like having people view my videos or subscribe or that kind of thing. Both of those things completely on pause, because I just wasn't consistent with it. You want to balance quality and quantity. So when you first start, you mostly want to get quantity. You mostly want to have just as much stuff out there as you possibly can. Keep going, because this is when you're going to learn a hell of a lot. You're going to start realizing this is what you do, this is what you don't do to make a good video. So you want to make a lot of content, but then once you start getting to a point where there's less returns of you, like you feel like you've start hitting a plateau with how your videos are, the quality, you want to focus more on quality than quantity. So you want to focus on, what can I really do to make this video better? What can I do? What are the things I can go out there and learn and use my time so that I can create better videos whenever I am video making? So now I'm only making 2 videos a week. I could make a video every day, but I'm making 2 videos a week so that I have time to learn the skills and things I need to know to actually make these videos better and improve consistently. And that's what you need to do. And then once you learn that knowledge, once you are making quality videos that you are extremely proud of and that are getting traction, that's when you can bump the quantity up again. Last big tip I have is you have to think of your audience whenever you are making these videos too. So think, who are you going to be talking to? Who is going to be the you behind your camera? Who are you looking at whenever you are making a video? Because in both planning and execution, you have to realize, like, I am making this video for a specific someone. Who is that person going to be? So you have to plan out your video to be tailored towards that someone. I talked about some of the things I struggled with in this intro whenever I was starting to make YouTube, because you're someone who's thinking about making YouTube. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. And in my execution, I'm talking in a way that's going to captivate those kind of people. That's going to captivate you, because I'm not talking. I'm also not talking to those people. The reason that it sounds like, that it feels like I'm really connecting with people over the camera is because I'm not talking to people. I'm talking to you. I'm looking at you And like, I'm imagining basically a younger version of me who is just not as experienced yet with YouTube and who is unsure about starting. I'm imagining that version of Luke right behind the camera right now. And I'm talking to you because you have a lot more in common with him than you think. All of this is going to help you create the kind of channel you want. It's going to help you create the kind of persona that you want to convey. It's going to help you be more of yourself on camera and not afraid to just be authentic. But it only matters if you make this choice to change. If you choose now to start making this happen. So act now and become unstoppable.